Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pillow Talk with the Tea. I am your host, Kwamia, but for those that cannot pronounce my name, you can call me Q, Kwa, or either Queen. I am the host, CEO, as well as the founder and creator of Pillow Talk with the Tea. Hey, what's going on? Tonight we have an amazing show. It is called You Attract Who You Are. I have an amazing, beautiful guest by June from June _ all year, one of my soul sisters. I have also one of the girls from Dark Sugar podcast, and I also have another one that's, you gotta excuse me because forgive me, from Dope and Happy tonight. Instagram, don't start acting crazy. So please come in. Let's see. Come in, everybody. Hey!
Hello, hey.
Hey! What's going on?
Hey, ladies.
What's going on?
Hello. How is everyone tonight?
Good. Can't
Good.
complain.
It's a nice day today.
Yes, I love your hair, sissy.
Thank you.
I just ain't feel like
Now.
doing mine. I did not feel like doing
Beautiful.
mine. I was
Hey,
lazy tonight.
it looked
Okay. I love
good.
the rap though. Like
Thank
I
you.
wish I knew how to do a rap. I can't figure it out.
Really? You just keep
Maybe you can
learning.
show me at the retreat. You gotta show me how to do it.
Got you. Just keep doing it till you get it. But we wait. So we wait for another young lady to come in. Dark Sugar podcast. But until then, we could end up starting the show and the conversation. So you guys can introduce yourself to the people. Let the people know who you are. June, you could start first.
All right. My name is June, also known aka Chef June. June all year, June health and wellness. What can I say? It's just so much, I love to cook. That's my passion. But also, I care about people. I care about my health and my wellness. So that's what I promote. So yeah, that's just a little bit about June.
Yes. And you could go next.
Hey, y'all. My name is Danielle, also known as Dope and Happy. I'm the founder of Dope and Happy Therapy and Coaching Services. Um, Dope stands for Defining Our Personal Experience. So I'm all about helping people, helping women, Black women specifically, tap into their authentic selves.
Okay.
Not feeling like we got a code switch. Like that's one of my mottos, like no code switching, required.
Yeah.
So I'm a social worker and I'm a therapist. So
Okay.
helping our people.
Yes.
Amazing.
Absolutely. So tonight's show is called You Attract Who You Are. Basically I did want to create this show because especially us going on our press tour, we was talking about alignment, attraction, tracking who you are, and especially during the healing journey, you end up basically clearing out a lot of those people and things and stuff, so you can start attracting more positive things. So basically, they say, what does it mean you attract who you are? So what you attract is a reaffirmation of what you believe. Your belief might have been influenced by your past negative experiences that continue to stay with you for a while, even after the relationship has ended, or act as a lens that you see in the world and see the world through. So when you guys here are attracted, you're attracted with who you are. What resonates in your spirit when you actually hear that?
I mean, for me as a therapist, like, I'm all about helping people heal and get to their, best self. So when you're not healed, regardless of how fly you look, what bag you got, how much money you got in your bank account, if you're not healed on the inside, that's who you're going to
Yeah, true.
attract.
And I believe that. I firmly believe that. The bottom
Yes.
line here is that, when I always refer back to Michael Jackson and the man in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking the man in the mirror to change his ways. And when we understand, I'll take it a step further that, it's a vibration. So what we send out is what we're getting back. Everything is like, you know, so, yeah,
Mhm.
that part.
Yeah.
So basically, I also end up, I agree with both of you guys because it could end up coming off the matter of, the stuff in the past that you've been through. It could come off in the matter of the fact that just how your thought process, what you thinking, your energy, everything. So that's why I tell people you got to be very careful because you attract exactly, who you are and what you are in that time. And that's why I always say you have to be very self-aware in regards
Mm-hmm.
to what you attract.
Right.
And so, and just, also just change up your thought because they also say it is true that what we attract is what we think.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. So
Mm-hmm.
they say so much of what we think and do is controlled by our subconscious program, and we are
Mm-hmm.
unaware of 80% of the thoughts we have and the energy we dedicate to thinking about things in our past. In order to change, we must become aware of our thoughts and emotions.
Right.
So absolutely. And that's why I always, because like even like the word try, when I end up saying the word try, I throw that actually the word out my vocabulary. Because even when I
Yes.
hear myself say it, I be like, nope, I'm doing it.
I'm
I'm
doing it.
doing it. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
The
have to like
17-second rule. You have 17
exactly.
seconds to correct what it is that you said and fix it so that one thing that I have, been practicing and walking in is that everything is now for me.
Hmm.
Like when I speak about it, it's my now. Like I'm living in my now.
Yeah.
And when I begin to look at it like that, it's just like that. The manifestation, it's there because it's now, 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 now. So,
Mm-hmm. I agree,
Hmm.
June. Is about affirming yourself. Is
hmm
about speaking in the definitive. So,
hmm
instead of saying like, well, one day, when, I would like to know, I'm going to
right,
have,
right,
when that day comes, like you claim it, already. And the same thing for, relationships. Like I'm going to have a loving relationship. I'm going to have an open relationship, but I'm also going to be loving to myself
hmm
first so I can receive, that same love. Because again, if we not right, we're not going to be able to accept that person that we probably really should be with. We
right,
not even going, they not even going to be on our radar because we still
right.
hurt, you know? So,
And that's funny that you say about relationships because as the show go on, I get deeper. So that's just like I do my best to tell women stop saying that there's no good men.
mm-hmm,
You keep saying that there's gonna
There's
be no good
yeah,
men around you
good
and
men.
you want to keep
You
mm-hmm,
shall
attracting
have
those
what you
good men.
say. Your
yep,
So
words are so
exactly, you
important.
have to watch what you say, and then they
hmm
wonder why they're not receiving the man that they're praying for, they wanting, or they desiring, or they have in their heart because you're putting out there in the
It's a
universe.
double. They're putting a double signal out there. So we're
Exactly, confusing
yeah,
the vibration
yeah.
energy of the universe. The
hmm
universe, like,
Change
okay,
your
I know you want
confession. You shall
this, but
have
it's
what you
not
say.
this.
Yeah.
So it's like it's confused, and that's why I say you have to be very careful, and that's why even through like my healing process, that's why I changed up a lot of things that I say out loud, even the
hmm
way that I think, and just just being around my soul sisters, and then having Trishy as my meditation
Right.
coach, like that really changed a lot. And again, who you are is who you attract, and who you
Yeah.
hang around is what you become.
hmm
Because one thing I can say, being a part of Trishy, or Trishy being a part of my life, definitely had made me come someone better
Absolutely.
vibrant, and completely at a better version of myself. So,
Absolutely.
and I can say that for all our sisters.
Right.
And,
Yep.
and um and even just the fact that, I just be wanting people just to acknowledge that. But again, people, you know how you got this amazing ice cream, right? And you know it's a delicious, it's gonna be like it's gonna cure cancer or something, but so you want everybody else to eat it, to try it,
Uh-huh.
but they not, because they're like, girl, what is that? I don't know
Yeah.
about it. What is that? What are you trying to get me to eat? And it's
Right.
like when you find something new, you want everybody else to
Mm-hmm.
try it, to eat it, to dive in it, because you know if it worked for you, it will work for them.
For
But
them. Right.
us black people or people of color,
Right.
we end up
It takes a
so
little bit
afraid
more to
of
persuade.
change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
Yes.
Q, you right. Like healing, like I tell my clients all the time, healing ain't cute.
No, it's not.
Healing is not like these memes, oh, I'm on my
Mm-mm.
healing journey. That is not cute. It's ugly.
And it's a
It
lot
is
of vulnerability. Like
is a
you
lot of
have to, yeah. It's exposing, and it's a lot. It's work, you
is
know.
exactly is
It's
work
work.
is it takes a lot of energy. So like you
Yeah.
said, for our people, just the thought of like putting words to something that maybe they never even put words to. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot of energy. So yeah, if you come in and you like, I'm feeling good, I'm healing, that sound cute and all, but they like, I don't got time for all that.
Right.
Who trying to be crying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got work to do.
yeah. But see, but the thing is, that's just like the old saying. Things are great, don't come easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I understand we live in a generation or a time moment of sense where everybody wanted microwavable and
Mm-hmm.
everybody wanted quick and fast.
Mm-hmm. In
I'm
fact.
like, it's like the quicker that you get it, the faster and quicker you
The
gonna lose it.
faster
So
it
I don't think
goes.
I want it
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think I want it quick. I want it as long as it takes me to get there, as long as it's going to
Yeah.
allow me
Steady
to.
and slow.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
And
the bottom line is the, we say it all the time. You said it, it's a lifestyle. It's something that daily, it's a daily work, you're a work in progress.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. And that's just like even with how do you feel what you attract? Because like even feelings. And you know what? I'm a story time. It's like even when I remember when my grandfather went in the hospital, and he only went in the hospital for a hip replacement.
mm,
And but never came back out. And when he did
Hmm.
came out, it was not the way that we expected. And it was like I always kept making sure I feel in the energy around me, even when I wasn't visiting him or I wasn't in the time of visiting him. I always made sure that it was positive feelings that I was thinking. Like, yes, he gonna come home, he gonna be here, gonna be cooking his bacon and eggs, just having those feelings.
mm-hmm,
And it was like, of course, he was close to getting there, but of course, as you know, the universe had its own way of plans.
mm-hmm.
And I tell people, like, even when people are going through things, people are having like cancer, you have a family member who's going through cancer or in a hospital, you have to keep the feelings, even just the energy of vibration 24/7, that it's a good
A good thing.
positive.
Because
Exactly.
you know what? A lot of times people will like portray it, but it's what you really believe in your heart. Like, you cannot trick the universe. You can't trick God. You can't trick Buddha. You can't trick whoever it is that you choose to refer to as your higher being, because your heart, above all things, that's one thing that was said. Above all things, protect the heart, right? The heart
Hmm.
is so very important, and the truth is always going to peek out because of your heart, right? So when you understand that, like somebody says,
Hmm.
well, I prayed and I prayed so hard for this person to get well or whatever. First, it's two things. That person has to give up their will to leave here. They've made up their mind. They might not want to tell you. They might not want to like give you the news, but they've already checked out. All right. They gave up their will, and in your heart, you knew it. Your intuition is your body. You may choose to ignore it, but like, we're not this. Like, when you understand, like, I could go so deep with all of this right here, but
Listen,
so
go there. Go there.
yeah, when you understand these things, then this right here, it's you're gonna have exactly whatever it is that you're putting out, point blank, period. That's what's gonna continue to show up. That's why people seem like they live their life in cycles. Why does this continue to happen over and over and over again to me? Because what have you done to change?
Mm-hmm.
Until you change, it's gonna continue to show up. It's gonna show up, show up, show up, show up, show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's just like the metaphor I say. That's like somebody walking into the wall and they keep walking and bumping and they're not getting nowhere. Eventually, are you going to decide to change direction? Because you realize that you're hitting a bump in the road. So you're gonna keep going towards the wall and keep bumping your head,
right,
or you gonna eventually make a left or right.
right,
Like
Yeah.
gotta
yeah,
turn direction at some point.
Yeah, you
right,
gotta take control. You gotta take control of your life.
right,
We will often like put focus on like what everybody else is doing. Or they did this to me, or this happened. Even, trauma from being a child. But once you get to a certain age, now you have control over your life. No, you can't change what happened to you, but you can change how you manage that
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
But those of us that are running from that and, kind of like comfortable in being in that is everybody else. Yeah, you're going to keep running into these problems. You're going to have partners that's going to repeat all of this stuff that happened to you. And now you have this narrative of, oh, everybody is like that. No, they not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You're. It's you. You haven't changed. You haven't
Exactly.
changed. Nothing in you have changed. So you keep bringing this person back. This is what you got.
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
And it's crazy that you said something about Buddha, because they say the daily thought, meaning that thoughts simply lines. Buddha wants to tell us that how our thoughts and feelings are shaping our life. We are becoming what we are thinking most of the
Right.
time. Similarly, we are attracting things in life as per our feelings. See, because
See.
people think about it's just what we say or
Mm-hmm.
what we think, but it's also our feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly,
It's everything.
it's everything.
Everything plays a part. Like, say you get up, say in the morning, say you oversleep your alarm clock, you miss your alarm clock, you oversleep. Now your day starts off rushed and everything is going crazy. And you ain't get a chance to do nothing the way you need to do it until you actually slow yourself down and bring yourself to a place of meditation and take your power back. Your day is going to continue to go like that, like that, like that, like that, because that's how it started. So it's going to continue to give you back, like
Mm-hmm.
it always leads back to that. Our emotions, we set the path. We set the path.
That's our dialogue. That's,
Mm-hmm.
like they say, when we write stuff out, they say spelling it, has the word spelling and you casting a
Mm-hmm.
spell. But the same thing with our inner dialogue, what we saying, what we thinking, that's casting a spell on how we want things to
Law
go.
of
So
documentation and
exactly,
the four
exactly.
agreements. So if you
Yeah.
understand the four agreements, if you've ever read the book, if you've ever listened to it, then you understand that that's how people do put word curses on you, because at the end of the day, everything begins with a word. It's spoken. It was written. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody can speak some ill or speak something over you and you believe it, now you take this on as your belief, they've cursed you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, this is real. This is
Mm-hmm.
real.
That's just like one of my spirit sisters. She said law of attraction. And I know one of my spirit sisters. She actually lived and studied the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time I ever heard law of attraction is when me and my son was in Texas, and he had went away to camp. Let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, "Ma, send me the books of, Law of Attraction, and the other book you just said, June."
What, the Four Agreements?
Yes, he was telling me. So when
What,
I
The Secret?
saw these books,
Probably The Secret.
yeah, so I was like, "What is these books?" So he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Just go online and get the book,
Right.
send it to me, blah blah blah." So I was, and when I ordered it, I ordered me one, because I'm like, "What is this?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Law of Attraction and this and that. What is
Right.
he into? What is up? What's going on?" Because I want to be a part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that's when I first heard it, and I'm like, for him to have been at the age 15 years old,
Right.
and going into this alignment of
Mm-hmm.
law of attraction and the four agreements and all this other stuff,
To be awake.
I was
To be
reading it.
awake. Because a lot of
Yes,
people are
I
like
was
walking
like, okay
zombies. Like they're
now.
just not awake. It's really not their fault, but it
Yeah,
is their fault. It is, but it's not. You know,
yeah,
It's their responsibility.
it's their responsibility. But, we weren't taught, we weren't taught like this,
yeah,
and like the millennials, like I just everything that they have, everything, the resources and just the different things, we weren't. So we actually had to seek and find the people that, that are at least of my age, you know what I mean? Um, this wasn't here for us. I just always felt like as a kid and growing up, it was always why for me. And I just always felt like there was more. And you just couldn't tell me that, this
mm-hmm.
this is it. Like I always felt like there was more. So I always, studied and looked into it. So, but I just feel like the more
Mm.
people are in tune with themselves and that they understand that, your mental health is important, speaking to someone, having a life coach, meditation, all of that stuff, the more you become in tune with yourself, none of this sounds foreign to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Exactly. And I'm
mm-hmm.
gonna tell you that, like I said, the more it got clear to me is when I started doing meditation and began my healing journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I just be wanting, and I do tell people, like, you just don't understand the power of healing. It's amazing.
Right. It's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
And
drug. You never
it
want
gave
to
me my
go back the
confidence back.
opposite way.
Yeah. 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 So,
Yeah, it's like that is a natural confidence. You don't have to hide behind anything. You
mm-hmm.
show up, you
I
show
am
up
who I
emotionally
am,
naked. Yeah,
You get
exactly.
what you get. Like, this is
Exactly.
June, and I'm my authentic self, and you can
Yep.
take it or leave it, like, for
That's
real.
it.
And before, it was like a front. I said it, but I would really be in the background, like, crying and worrying and thinking. But now it's like really that. Like, this is me, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
take me or leave me. Hey, I'm June. There's nobody else. You'll never find another. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I actually got two jewels in my life. Like,
Hey, Tim.
I have two jewels in my life. So, but other than that, like, just to go off on and then shut this part and then go to the next segment, it said what you talk is what you attract. So I do want people to understand, it's like, so what you're speaking, thinking, and feeling, if you are speaking about what you don't like, that's what you attract. If you are thinking about what you don't want, that's what
That's
you
what you
will
attract.
attract. If
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling the lack of what it is you want, that's what you will attract. So just
Mm-hmm.
I understand that things like this is a change, and I understand that it doesn't come overnight. It's a habit that old habits have to be broken to begin new habits. And they normally
Mm-hmm.
say 60-90 days, that's when you end up
90
starting.
days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, habit. And it's like, you practice it every day, it would
Mm-hmm.
end up becoming natural. It really would. And even like with just even meditation, like even right now, we on, a halt for meditation because we're about to film season 2 of Soul Sisters reality show. But at the end of the day, one thing I can say, Trishy never leaves us in the fact of that she know in her spirit, mind, body, and soul that she knows we got it on
Yeah,
our
we got it.
meditate every day.
Every day.
Because I feel like if she didn't, trust and believe, she would have made room.
She would have been on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
she would have. She knows. She knows. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So the second part I want to go in deep to, because they say 9 reasons why you are what you attract. So they say basically the first reason, because you don't do self-examination.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! About to go deep, and I'm listening. My personal feelings.
Spin it again. Spin it again. I need to hear that one more again.
So it say you don't do self-examination.
Okay.
So basically, the law of attraction states that what a person focuses on is what you attract in life. Therefore, you will be a good idea. Therefore, you will have a good idea if you did an honest self-assessment of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Because let me tell you something about us people. We ready to assess everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
We ready to sit there and examine everybody else.
Yep.
We ready to break down everyone else. But when it comes to ourselves, baby, we are blind.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so you
Like
so
my
you
grandmother used to say, an angel with dirty wings.
You ain't see the mirror this morning and look at you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really end up now, as even with the journey that I'm at, and even with Trishy, will always stick with me when somebody try to come at me, or they try to say something negative, or they just trying to come out with some bullshit. I always say, like what Trishy said, people that end up saying stuff negative towards you is because they see something in you that they either want in themselves or they see in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I don't even bother. I don't let it bother, because I'm like, okay, I got you, girl. Hopefully you'll get it one day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's the thing, because I'm telling you, we going deep. These things go deep. When I was reading this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. We're about to pull a rug from under people's feet, and we're about to talk about that big ass elephant in the room.
Let's go.
And so I'm just saying, like, we just have to stop pointing fingers, because as the old saying in the Old Testament says, when you're pointing one finger, 3 pointing back at you.
Mm.
So we have to realize at the end of the day, come on, stop trying to point and break people down and self-evaluate everybody else. And let's look at ourselves and self-evaluate ourselves to see, why are we even doing that in the first place?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we understand, and I understand, and we all understand that life is like, this life we live in is a very judgmental freaking world.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I tell people to live your authentic self. Don't give
a fuck
what nobody say.
What nobody say.
And do
you can only be you. You can only be you. What else can you do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and either people are going to accept it or they're not. And if they don't accept you, then they're not your tribe. Move on. Like, it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. You know how many people there are in the world? Like, it doesn't really matter.
I know how many. Every time I hear that question, I be like, it's 7.5 billion.
That's the point that I'm at. And it's so freeing to be there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful that I've come to that point, because caring about what people say or think about you, it could really take you places. It could really be damaging. You know?
Yeah, what other people think about you, it ain't your business.
Mm-mm.
That's their business.
Yeah.
That's their business. So
Absolutely. So they say, in regards to, self-evaluating yourself, they say ask yourself these questions. So there's 3 questions, and let me make sure. No, it's 4. So 1, is the person that you are today the cause of more harm than good in your life? Come on, we're about to go to church for real. If so, is it time to get rid of the negativity within you and allow only positive energy in so that you can attract great things? Jesus. Like I said, I don't create these shows. I'm sorry. He comes down, he works through me, he moves me, and I allow him to use me. I'm telling you. And 2 said, am I a good person who loves myself? Woo, we was talking about loving yourself. And even during the healing process, again, listen. And it has high principles and values, yet still attracts the wrong people. Even when you feel you are in a good place, your inner fears and the negative mindset can rear their ugly heads and play a significant role in determining who you are. Listen, one thing about me, if I'm ever in a room, and I know you guys probably experience this too, and all of a sudden, you know, good vibes, talking to everybody all good, it's all happy. And that could be that one person that come in that change
The
everything.
whole atmosphere.
I'm sorry, I'm out.
Change the whole
I'm
atmosphere.
out.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah. If they changed it in a bad way, yeah, I gotta go because I'm a
But
feeling
you know,
like I feel.
even though I'm out in real life, I gotta, even though I'm like out and going in real life, I gotta stick to my principles to be out in real, even in social media.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, believe it or
Mm-hmm.
not, like I don't tune in like that. I you know, you gotta detach from stuff. You can't.
Mm-hmm. It's all energy.
Yeah, you gotta
All of it is
detach.
energy. You got to make sure that, you know, just like in real life, you know, you're not going to be around people you don't vibe with. So why would
Right.
you follow pages? Why
People.
would you interact with people
Yeah.
that you don't vibe with?
Mm-mm.
Say
No,
that
it's a
one more
no
time.
for me.
Say that one more
Yeah.
time to me.
Say that to you.
Yeah.
All right, let,
Yeah.
let me get a little closer. You need to only follow people and pages that
Mm-hmm.
you align with.
Right.
We going to make that the affirmative. We ain't going to focus on the negative, that
Right.
you align with.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, be done with it.
Yeah.
Cause baby, I just had that.
Baby.
I
Baby.
I need to say that to me because it's like sometimes it's like you know what you know and you know better, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it takes for people that's not you to tell you what you already know to hear it in a different voice.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even when I go on panels, I be like, yeah, if somebody come on, I'm not on. I'm getting off. But I stay my ass on because I made a conscious commitment to people or someone, but I gotta realize and say, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I can't
Mm-hmm.
do it. Cause then I become the hood from, you know, North New Jersey, Brick City, 212 Prince Street, and I
But
start.
you know what though? You know what though? And it takes practice and I don't always succeed. But one thing that I do practice is he who angers you actually has control, right? So I'm no longer gonna allow for a person, like it has to be something like extra, and this is when I'm going to ask for help from the universe, you know, like am I feeling right, like give me a sign, like do I need to skedaddle out of here. But I will no longer dumb down or leave a platform or not be somewhere because of a vibe or because of how another person idiotically feels about June, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna My presence is gonna be there. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So, and it's self control. Like, you don't have to display that part. You don't, nobody even has to know that y'all, you know, really have a beef. You know what I mean? But
But
don't
when that
leave.
person end up coming out and saying crazy stuff, then it's like that's just
They
like
look ignorant.
it's like how long you gonna poke the bear into the bucket going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
June, I agree with you, but I guess I have like a kind of a different perspective as well. Like, yes, like if you are at that place where you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you have the control and people could throw whatever at you and you
Yeah.
good, yeah,
And I'm
yep,
good.
stay. But you know, especially if you're at like the beginning or the middle of your journey in healing, you
Mm-hmm.
might not have like that armor. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you may defer to, like you said, what you said, 12 Prince Street. You might defer back to Prince Street. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So if you, it's about knowing your limit. So saying like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I know if it get to this level, I gotta be out.
I gotta
But if
do
it's
that.
below that, you know, I'm good. Is knowing how far to take it and having grace for yourself to say, if I
Absolutely.
have to leave, that's okay. At least
It's
I left
okay.
before I turned up.
Right.
Got
And
you.
next time I can stay a little longer, you
Right.
know?
But I would
Got
never.
you.
Yeah.
Got you. And see, and that still goes on practice. Practice makes perfect. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I guess it's like feeling the temperature not only in the room but also for yourself.
For
And what,
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go ghetto hood on a other
And
person.
you
I,
first.
I need to leave.
And you
But
first versus the crowd. You know, it's how you feel. If
Mm-hmm.
you feel, then that's it. It's nothing else. It's nothing more. You know,
yeah,
I can't stay, unfortunately. You know.
exactly. True indeed. See, I love having these conversations. And they said the third one of the action, are you afraid of rejection? If so, will you attract people with low self-esteem and bullies?
Absolutely.
Um, I definitely agree. But I feel like at this point in my life, I'm not afraid of, I don't think I'm afraid of rejection because at the end
Right.
of the day, you want to know why? Because June know this because we come from the same business. We are business partners and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A no means not right now.
Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a no at all.
It's not enough.
So when I hear somebody say no, I don't hear no. I hear
Neither.
not right now.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
relentless. Look, I'm relentless.
It's like find another way.
Exactly. And it's not only just finding another way, but the fact is that either between the time that they say no, but to me in my mind, I heard not right now, they either gonna come to me later because they gonna see something in me that they didn't see at that time, or when I do approach them again, they'll be like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I see the growth. I
Right.
see come up. I see she doing her shit. And
Right.
I better hop on this wagon now because if I don't and I wait later, she might be charging big time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
um so then now that number 4 said, are you unhappy with your life? If so, you are likely to settle for less than you deserve. And that's a question I ask people that be going off a
I
little bit.
don't know about that statement. I don't know about that.
Really? What's your
You
feeling?
said if you're unhappy with your life, then you're more than likely to attract what?
If you are you unhappy with your life, and if so, you are likely to
Likely
settle
to
less than you deserve.
settle for less than you deserve if you're unhappy with your life?
Hmm.
I don't think so. I beg to differ. Because
Really?
I think that there's a point in life where you become unhappy with your life to a point where you kick in that some people kick in to a point of overdrive where because they're gonna change their circumstance come hella high water, no sleep, no nothing. Like I don't care. Like I'm gonna go. So I don't really agree with that statement. Just because so I'm just gonna do nothing about it because
Hmm.
no.
They said that you would settle for less than you deserve. I know when I was unhappy with my life, I could definitely say I took that approach that you're speaking of. I was on the go.
You
I
gotta
was
do something
I
about
was
it. What am I gonna do to change
I
it?
was on NRG before I knew what the fuck NRG was.
Right. Right.
So so I definitely but I also think what it is different strokes for different
Different
folk.
Mm-hmm.
folks. Yeah.
Some people may go down low and be like,
But do
whatever.
you see what I'm saying though? Do you
Yeah,
see how words play? Because what if you believe that? What if
yeah.
you believe that statement? You see what I'm
It, you know, it happens. I guess like it's also, you know, temperament. Like if you a natural, you know, go getter, you a hustler, like you said, a no is not a no to you.
right.
So if you're not feeling good about yourself, it's like this the same thing. Like, okay, I'm not feeling good, but that don't mean I'm going to be here forever.
Right.
Whereas for some people, they hear no, and it's like, the world is over. I needed that person to co-sign me in order for me to do that. But it sounds like y'all, and I'm the same way. Like, I'm just going to pivot. I'm gonna be
Right.
like, well,
Pivot.
let's.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. Like that.
Yep.
That's my dialogue. Like, it's going to happen. It might not happen today. It might not happen with them, but
Right.
it's going
But
to
it's gonna
happen.
happen.
But some people, they don't. They don't have that for whatever reason. Whether maybe they wasn't raised with that dialogue, or
Yeah.
And
they haven't
so
experienced that.
and so like that's where I feel with this situation, where if we're talking about you going into relationships with this squad.
Yeah. Listen, we going in either direction it goes.
Yeah. So when you have an instance like this where I looked at it this way, but what if you have a partner that looked at it the way it was exactly written?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So now, where do you find this couple if you have a person looking at it like this and you have the person looking at it like it was written?
Mm.
Hmm.
Wouldn't that cause conflict? Because it's like those are two mindsets of people coming
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could definitely cause, conflict. But in any relationship, romantic, family, friends, or whoever, it's all about, do y'all have like the same vision? If you have the same vision, you can agree to disagree.
Do you have a vision?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
was the
Because
question.
that's what the man is. That's what the man is supposed to have. Because the woman is supposed to be his helpmate. So in order to help him, he has to have a vision for me to run with. If you have nothing for me to run with, what are we doing?
True.
And then you
But
ask
see,
why I'm
I'm,
dominant. Then you ask why I
but
tend to dominate. Because I have a plan.
and I'm
I have a
Mm-hmm.
vision.
even though I end up saying, of course, I don't like the women that say there's no good men, but I have been saying that the pool of men
Mm-hmm.
have been very, and I'm just gonna keep it like that, right? I'm gonna sit that right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just that, and listen. If anybody that's married, work it out. I'm gonna tell you right now, work it out. And I mean,
Well, I said, work it
you
out.
better,
Work it out.
you better cross your T's, dot your I's, go to A to
Jesus.
every
He's
letter
gonna
in
work it
the
out.
alphabet until you say, well, we did all we could fucking do. Then you end up in even. But if you ain't go to A to Z out this motherfucker, don't tell me you getting, don't say the D word to me. I'm telling you. Because one thing I'm gonna say, to be a single woman, and I do have single sisters and friends and family members, trust me, you don't want this over
The
here. Because
pickings are slim. The
I
pickings are slim.
up my booty.
The pickings are slim.
Very slim.
Hmm.
Because you know what it is? We have to vibrate higher. So we have to put ourselves places where we're very uncomfortable at to
And that's
find
Mm-hmm.
someone that is, even a candidate. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us don't want to invest in ourselves. This is just the truth of the matter. A lot of us don't want to pay for self-development. A lot of us don't want to put ourselves where we actually see ourselves. Like, we don't want to invest in us. And if you don't want to invest in you, then who else? Like, why would you think someone else is even going to take or
Mm-hmm.
care or even feel the way that you're wanting them to, address or be about you? And you don't even do it for you. So I just feel like when we put ourselves in environments, we open up this playing field to people that we wouldn't be subject to or subjected to if we continue to stay around our peers. So when our mind goes elsewhere and when we're enlightened and when we understand, we tend as humans to stay where we're comfortable at. We don't raise up to the level that we've actually elevated or excelled to, because you know it feels good to maybe have one up on, but really you're doing yourself a disservice by staying there, because then you're not going to find, it's always going to be like,
You know
yeah.
what is we're scared of not knowing what to expect. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where the comfort comes. You know, they talk about the devil you know, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna stick with that. But as you get into, you know, your authentic self, you're gonna find your tribe, you're gonna find your
Right.
partner. You
Mm-hmm.
know, being, you know, I'm born and raised in North, but maybe your person ain't here.
Right.
Maybe you know you need to go to Kansas or go somewhere else, go to Seattle or whatever, like,
Mm-hmm.
and find, you know, your
Yeah.
person. But it starts with you and your journey, and you get into yourself, and that
Tapping
person is
you.
going to be there waiting for you.
What do
Absolutely.
you really like? Like, you got to get to
And
know
that's
you.
like what Sister's podcast say, yes, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. And that's like my motto. Like having uncomfortable conversations not gonna always be comfortable.
Right.
Not. Healing, like we even say, healing is not always is not pretty or comfortable or
It's not
laughing.
comfortable. It's not.
And now but just taking accountability or responsibility or just sitting and saying like shit, yeah, I did it. That's not
Mm-hmm.
always. But you know what all those uncomfortable moments are? It's fucking growth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And it's
growth.
not going to be
Like
comfortable.
when you do that thing, when you do those
Yeah.
things, it's like you just gain a whole inch taller. Like
That's
Yeah.
right.
more
Yeah.
confidence and awareness of yourself that no one could put or tell you anything different. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why it hurts me so much when I see like, dude, just admit it. Just admit what you want. Or like, okay, yeah, we having an uncomfortable conversation. You may be uncomfortable
Yep.
right now. But when you finish having this uncomfortable conversation,
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen? You gonna
Because
feel
you know what?
okay.
Sister podcast said, be happy with you first, then the rest will come. And that's so true. Like, even when I explain getting up in the morning, if you get up every day and you love yourself, you're the first one to address yourself, and you love, that's the tone that you're setting. And everybody that you encounter, and everybody it's going to be straight love. You know what I mean? So, you can't expect for people to love you when you don't love you, when you don't value you. You set the standard for how people treat you.
Period.
Period. You set the standard.
And I don't care if they on social media. I don't care if
It
they
doesn't matter.
in your family
It
next
doesn't
door. I don't
matter.
care what
Mother, father, brother, sister. You set the tone.
exactly.
It's what you allow. It's how you allow. And a lot of people, they don't. One thing that I learned through everything with Trishy, and I could say that I'm grateful and I'm thankful, is one thing that she taught me in this was to be accountable for me. Like, know how to know what part June played, because it's never always one-sided. You play a part. What's your part? And sometimes, like, you play victim, and you say, oh, because I'm so nice and I'm this and I'm that, but it's not that you're really that. This is the role. This is you enjoy this. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a spin on it. You
Yeah.
really, really, really got to look at you. It's about you. You.
Can I say something? And I guess maybe this is getting a little deep, piggybacking off of June. You know, as Black women, and you know, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm generalizing. You know, we are known for like having like the takeover spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to have, you know, control over everything, and you know, we'll find ourselves being like, you know, well, these men ain't doing this and they ain't doing that or whatever. And it's like, yeah, they not, but we choosing to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and going back to what June says, like, you playing a role is feeding a need. If you have that need, if that need for control is overpowering everything else, yeah, you want to keep picking people that are going to allow you to be in that role.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to continue that cycle of, like, you know, Q said, it ain't no
Mm-hmm.
good men out here. No, you're picking the
You're
ones that's
picking the one.
perpetuating this role for you.
Right.
So
Right.
no, you're not going to meet that man that's going to be, you know, a woman, you know, that's responsible, that's going to, you know, cater to your needs, because that's not really what you want. You
Right.
ain't ready for that. So you got
Mm-mm.
to do that work and say, yo, that's my part that I'm playing in this. I'm picking these
So when you get
situations.
up and you meditate and you see that you see that partner and you see that alpha strong being and you see them in their highest level and this is, then that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all
But if
already
you keep on sitting back talking about this bum, this man who can't help you with nothing, this can't,
I know
then
I
Mm-hmm.
that's
gotta
what
go.
you
I know I gotta go. I always go there. That's just like, okay. Because at the end of the day, sometimes I have to ask my sisters, do you really deserve a great man or a good man?
Mm.
Absolutely.
Well, are you
No,
ready?
I'm talking about the women who be saying that there's no good man out here. But they want a good man, but they saying that there's no good man. But
Well,
it's
it
like,
goes
do
with
you
what we're
really think
saying.
at this moment? But no, you gotta think about it, sissy. At that moment, do you think that woman probably at that time deserve a good man? Because again, I've been with guys who came from situations or relationships where
Mm-hmm.
these chicks ruined them.
Okay.
And it's like, you gotta remember that toxic people fuck up people, hurt people,
Right.
and then then you want to throw them back in the field, back in the pie, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like he was once this good guy, but he's still not going to allow what happened to him to blind him, but he can't forget either. So then he gets in a relationship, and then all of something, it's like now we women dealing with the repercussions that this bitch should be getting because she did this shit to him. And it's the same cipher as for with women too, versus with men. So it's like I have to say, yeah, you say that you want a good man. You say you ready for a good man, but I gotta ask you two questions. Do you deserve a good man in this time of your life right now? Are you truly ready for a good man? Because
Mm-hmm.
have you done the self-assessment and evaluation?
A lot of women that are saying it, no, they haven't. Let's just be
Mm-hmm.
completely honest. Like
Mm-hmm.
our
Mm-hmm.
people, I don't get it. I mean, I'm proud that a lot more of us are awakened, but there's still a whole hell of a lot of us that are not. Um, so it just depends. Like it's to know the person,
Yeah.
to know if they speaking it on some realness or they speaking it just because it's something to say. And
Mm-hmm.
some people just like to complain. They like to, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no theory behind it. It's just something that they just want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And to say that you need a good man and you're not a good woman, like I can't even waste my energy or time on that. This is
Mm-hmm.
for the people that are actually, doing things with their lives and, moving forward and,
Exactly.
doing the work. That's the
Mm-hmm.
people
And
that I'm addressing.
even I am woke and I am
Mm-hmm.
awakened.
Right.
um if that type of man do come to me, I just can't. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
like, not to be rude or disrespectful, it's like, but baby,
It's
you
the man doesn't have the capacity for you.
you need
Mm-hmm.
So at some
you
point
need to
in
get to work.
time, it's just not even gonna be, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
I
write to your boundaries. Like you gotta write to your expectations. So, at this point in time, we should be thinking more about like, yo, have you dealt with, your inner child? Have you gone to therapy?
right.
Like, those are the questions that we should be asking people. Like,
And they
yeah,
those
do.
are
money and
And
stuff
questions
is
people and
I
cool.
people, these are
ask.
good questions. Especially
Yeah,
nowadays. These are good questions. You know?
but can I say something, right? Even though I really do not like this guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he really be, if like you really listen to him, he really be hitting some points and taking some, he really be hitting some nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel, oh boy, everybody know what I'm about to go to. Kevin Samuel. He asked the questions that motherfuckers should be asking on
Mm-hmm.
dates.
Uh-huh.
But then you got people saying, what is he talking about? What is he meaning? What? He's trying to tell y'all, these are the questions you should be asking this,
Asking.
or dudes, you should be asking this woman, because then you will sit there and eliminate the bullshit that we go
Right.
Because then I had to ask, so what are you, when you say you want to take this girl on a dinner date, what the fuck are you really talking about? Are you ready just to hop into bed and just to fuck?
Be real. If that's what it is, that's what it
Is
is.
that what it
Be
is? I
real.
mean,
Be real about
you
it.
know, here's my thing. You know, don't beat around the bush. It is what it is. Like, say what it is, so we all know what it is. You know, I can appreciate. God loves the truth. Just tell the truth. Say what it is.
Period.
All right.
I
I
don't
don't
like
have time to something
my
that you can't
time.
get back. We'll never have this day again.
I want just to sit there and get what you could have just told me from the beginning.
The end.
From the
Because
beginning.
at
And if
the
I
end,
want to play, if I'm a team player, then I'm a team player. But if I'm not, then I'm not.
I'm not
But
exactly.
let's be clear. Let's please
I
be
might
clear.
want the same thing that you want, but you wouldn't know because you ain't open your
You
mouth.
ain't open it.
Right.
You try to dress this fat ass, ugly ass monkey up like a fucking cute ass prince.
Like I'm slow. That's the part that I don't appreciate. Don't ever treat me like I rode the shortness. Because I didn't. Okay?
But again, it goes back to people that's being real, people that's being authentic, people that's healed. A person that, you know, is being real with themselves, that has done the heal, they can come out and be mature and say, you know what, I just wanna chill. Like, I'm
Right.
not trying to have
I'm not.
okay,
That's
let's
it.
make
Say no
adult
more.
decisions.
So
Right. But
now
an
we know.
unhealed person,
Everybody's clear.
right, an unhealed person is going to manipulate. They're going to
Right.
make it seem like it's because that's how they
Something.
show up in the world. They show up with a facade, so
Right.
they're gonna come to the situation with a facade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real,
Yeah. Keep
And
it
the
100.
sisters
That's
how
all.
say, but there's people who has no value and why they end up broken or going into relationships with tons of baggage. That because they goes into relationship with tons of baggage because they didn't decide to heal. That's just like
Right.
going from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. You're thinking that you're over or you get over it because you're going into another relationship. What you're doing is just piling dirty laundry on top of the old shit you ain't went to clean and wash and took care of. So you're just
Yep.
piling
Right.
dirty laundry,
Buy new drawers.
dirty laundry. So by the time you know, mentally, emotionally, and physically, you gonna finally fucking explode at some point. You really is, and it's gonna be, and it's
No
gonna
more.
be. Yeah, and let's go back to what I said. You're gonna finally mentally, emotionally, and physically explode, and you're
Yeah.
gonna end up hurting the wrong person that does not deserve it.
Gotta pay attention to the signs.
You do. And I'm
You have
sorry,
to.
I just don't have time or room
And
for
you
the
have to value
bullshit
you.
of unbroken people. Because what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is tell you, I love you enough to be your sister.
Right.
Tell you it ain't here, boo. Go, you need to go see somebody, you need to go
Right.
get work done, you need to
Mm-hmm.
get some things fixed. Because one thing,
And
I'm not
please,
gonna
I mean, by all means, I think everybody should be honest. Like, if you feel that way, I just feel like you should be honest. You should speak to the person. You owe that person at least that. Don't do it behind their back. You know, holler at the person real quick. You know?
because one thing I'm not going to do is I'm knowing the fact I'm doing and continue to do all the work on me. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
about to have somebody coming my way and I gotta now help you fix you.
Yeah.
That's I'm like maybe the 20-year-old me probably would have did it, but 40-year-old me, hell no.
I mean, to a certain extent, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to help you fix you
But
because I
that's
feel like we
not
should always come into
your
someone's life
husband
to
is a different.
better.
Your
Huh?
husband is different.
Yeah.
Your
Even when I
boyfriend
mean,
gotta
it
be
depends on what you. I mean, I'm speaking not even from a married premises. I'm just saying in general. Like you know, what are you dating for? Are you dating just to date, or are you dating for the outcome of marriage? Right? Because if you are, then I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna help you fix you, because at the end of the day, I'm here to add value. So in some capacity, I am here to help you fix you. But it's how far am I willing to go? Like, I can't carry you on my back. Like, that's not my job, right?
Right.
maybe
You
So if it becomes to the point where you're outweighing me and you're overpowering me because you won't take on the role for yourself to do the self work, then yeah, now you're a problem. But if I have to lead you to my resources of how I got where I got, and you're willing to do the self-work, then most definitely I'm here for you. And I'm going to help you, and I'm going to see you through the self-work. You understand? So it's when to make the investment.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
the
can
part.
be definitely a shepherd,
Mm-hmm.
and help people, get
Right.
on that path. But like you said, you're not responsible for anybody's
Right.
happiness. And I'm married as well. Like, I'm not responsible for my husband's happiness.
Correct.
I'm responsible for helping
Mm-hmm.
him along that and like
Right.
adding to that.
Adding
But
to it.
that's his
I'm
journey. And
adding
then I
value. Yes.
exactly. And I have my journey. He's not responsible for my happiness. I
Right.
have to
You're
be in charge of
responsible.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You're
So
responsible.
yeah.
True. And I said maybe what it is with me is because I've done it so many times in my past. I just don't have the room or capacity or passions for it.
Mm-hmm.
However, when the right one do come along, God will definitely is a
Yeah,
gift.
you'll know. You'll know.
Exactly.
You'll be
Because that's
willing to do just a little
like,
bit more.
like
You'll be
you
willing to
won't be
go just a little
with
step
everybody.
further.
Everybody don't
You'll
deserve
know. Yeah,
you
it hasn't happened yet.
submissive. Like you're not
And
gonna be
don't force it.
high.
Yeah, don't force it. It'll come.
Absolutely. So basically, to end that point is to do some self-evaluation, some self-assessment. So they say if you want to change, it has to come from within yourself. A
Mm-hmm.
self-assessment help you determine what you will bring. What help determine what will bring you to that change. Knowing yourself will empower you. I love the word empower because that's just one of my favorite words. And by accepting who you are and can become invincible. Absolutely. So number two of the whole thing is 9 reasons why you are what you attract. Number two is basically is come on, number two. Where you at, number two? You never learn from your past. Mm, 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 mm.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people your past is a
Yeah.
lesson for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from it and don't and that's the thing. If you know something didn't work or something you done something wrong, someone done something wrong to you, or whatever the premises was, I feel like people should learn from those things because at the end of the day, if you know better, shouldn't you do better?
You should, but it
Yeah,
don't mean that you do.
exactly. And
You should.
if it was that simple, we would. But some of us,
Right.
we get caught up in it. We get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable. It's
Yeah.
comfortable. If it is, it makes you think that it feels good. It
Right.
really don't. It
Right.
really don't feel good. But that's what we think because it's comfortable. You don't have to think. You don't have to try hard. It just
Mm-hmm.
happens. As opposed to doing better, you gotta try.
Yeah. Mm. They say the best teacher is experience.
Mm-hmm.
And which is very much is because even as a parent, you know how we also want to like save our children from the mistakes that we see or
Right.
know would be a fucked up mistake, or we probably it happened to us, so we know the outcome. But
Mm-hmm.
got people in your village be like, you gotta let them learn. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta
Right.
let them learn it on their own because that's the best teacher is to them experience the mistake and let them bump their heads and fall. And you'll be like, I want my baby to bump his head and fall. Like,
Yeah. So.
but then again, when you got a big ass 21-year-old, now you be like, yeah,
Better go ahead, boy.
again, that bump gonna be very hard. But I'll be
Yeah.
here to support you.
There
But
you
I ain't
go.
gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, but definitely, I feel like because I remember somebody asked me my first season when I did the show. It was somebody in the comments because I think we was having a conversation about I don't know, I think past or would you date your ex or something, which I don't go back. So they was like, do you regret anything you ever did? And
No.
I'm like, no.
No.
And they said, why? I said, well, if I regret it, I said, why I don't regret anything I did because what I've done or been through is a
It's
lesson.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's
my
my
lesson
life.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't regret my life. I used to, but I don't.
Exactly.
I no longer, like, I understand that it made me the woman that I am today, and I'm damn proud of her. You know, so every piece of it played a part, and I wouldn't change no part of it. No part. I wouldn't trade it.
Exactly. And Michelle said, right, sis, never go back, always moving forward, no regrets, keep growing, period. Absolutely. I don't. I never dated ex. I don't think about too much in the past.
Right.
And then I think it's like I was sharing with my sisters, I say I would probably date one of my exes because it was a good experience. But at the end of the day, I take things as a reason, a season, a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was a reason for him to come into my life because what he did was he elevated my standards, my expectations on things, and actually physically, besides from my father or my grandfather, showed me what a man supposed to really treat me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so the next one is you act less deserving. How many times have you thought that you deserve less because of some personal limitations?
Hmm.
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 That was old June. She no longer lives here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, it, it's all in the healing. It all goes back to this healing process. And once you heal, I deserve it all. It's nothing that I don't
Mm-hmm.
deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's letting that younger version of yourself, that don't know no better, or, you know, was
the
it was it
saboteur,
self-sabotaging,
the
or maybe
sabotage, the
was told
saboteur.
straight up like that she deserve it. Like sometimes she'll act out, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to let her know, sis, I
Make you
got you, I
feel.
got this. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to come into 2022 doing all that.
Yeah,
You can
fear,
you can stay
doubt.
back
Yeah,
there.
those things
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no longer reside here.
the truth is, no one is perfect. We was
Mhm.
created imperfectly perfect.
Right.
But some people are some people are successfully irrespective of their shortcomings because of a positive attitude and mindset. And I definitely believe that, you know what I'm saying? But I deserve it all. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I deserve it all. Every last drop of it, I deserve.
So they say the fourth one is you fail to align your feelings and thoughts with your desires.
Hmm.
Woo,
Yeah.
Hmm.
baby! I told you we going to church, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I guarantee the people that was not on this live tonight or wish they was on this live with us and they watch the replay, baby. Let me. I keep
Baby.
telling y'all, don't miss see. You don't know what's gonna come. I gotta just say that one more time for the people in the back because we did clear this up a little bit at the beginning. Say you fail to align your feelings and thoughts with your desires. Because again, what you feel and what you think, if it's not
Mhm.
aligned with what you desire, it ain't
One more.
working.
Mhm.
All right, it ain't working because it
Mhm.
all goes in full circle. It all connects.
It's all you. It's all you at the end of the day. That's it.
Absolutely. They say it is a possibility that you are what you attract because you do not align your thoughts with your desire. Uh-uh.
Hmm. Contradiction. So it's a contradiction is going to cause conflict and chaos. So not just with other people, but within yourself. So yeah, I say I want, going back to the good man conversation. I want a good man, but what have I done for myself to be good to me? First
And
of
that's
all.
what I always say. I'm like, because I think is good. I think also, like I said, with now in this time frame in, people want things so quick and microwavable. Whereas the fact is like, every woman wants a great man. Every man wants a good and great woman.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to realize that if you don't do the work on yourself, you have to really ask, do you believe and truly think that you will deserve that in this moment? Because again, the universe, God,
Mm-hmm.
self, Allah, whoever else, the Buddha, Judah, whoever you believe in, he's not going to bring no one in your life that, especially if he knows you better than you know yourself. He's not going to bring anybody in your life for you to wreck them, mess them up. He
Mm-hmm.
going to bless you, and then he know that you're not deserving or ready for it yet. And that goes back to even one of the old greatest scriptures. You know what I'm saying? He may not have came right now, but he's always on time.
Right.
And you have to just think about it, like, yeah, you may not have that person, you know what I'm saying? Then people have to really, again, goes back to self-evaluation and self-assessment. You have to just think and look at your life. Take yourself out of your body and look around you in your whole life and see what it is right now. Would you, and ask yourself, would you date you?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
And be
got
honest. A lot of people have a hard time with being honest. Would you date you?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For real
But
though.
people don't want to ask themselves those deep, uncomfortable questions. People don't want to have those deep, uncomfortable conversations,
Mm-hmm.
which takes me in a mindset. People are so content and comfortable just to be average and basic and simple, to the fact that they no longer want to continue to grow.
Right.
And I feel like the longer you live, all the years you have on this earth, and every day you are blessed to wake up,
Right.
you should be not only thanking that you woke up, because somebody probably didn't that day, but at the same time, you should always sit there and learn something different that you didn't learn yesterday. Because then I got
Yeah.
to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
Every
why
day.
are
I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine. You should learn something new every day. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
why? What's wrong? Every day,
I
Mm-hmm.
you
ask
should
the
learn
question,
something new.
like, then why
I
are you here?
strive to.
Because I know some great
Yeah.
people that I could go to their grave sites right now and dig them the fuck up because they deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because, like, it's like, why? But it's just, but I don't know. It just a matter, again, it goes to the healing, just believing of this, believing in alignment of attraction, the law of attraction, just, connecting your thoughts, your feelings, and what you say, and just having a positive outcome in thought and life, period. But again, the
Mm-hmm.
best lesson is life experience, and hopefully, like I told one of my brothers, um, you gonna wake up at one point and realize why your luck runs short. The
Mm-hmm.
luck runs short is because what you put out in the universe.
Universe.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't have luck because of what you do,
Right.
and
And it
not
comes back.
not
No
not
matter.
to get
Some people
personal,
think they
not
got
to
away
get
with
personal.
it. It
I
comes
already know
back.
I'm
It'll
transparent.
skip a generation. It'll go to your kid. It'll go to
Exactly.
your children's
I
kid.
already
You know what I mean? You
I
never
already
get away.
person, but not my nephew. I think it's gonna look like my nephew, because my nephew, he's on a whole different wavelength, even at his age. So I praise God for that. But not to get personal, but I'm very transparent. Y'all already know I'm very transparent, but I don't try to show too much of my life. But that's just like when I tell my brother, the stuff that you don't do for our mother, you ain't gonna have fucking luck.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
So
Mm-hmm.
don't come to me asking me.
Honor
I
thy
did
mother
not
and
in your day.
father, so thy days may
Mm-hmm.
be long. It's a
Mm-hmm.
promise attached to that. The only one that
Mm-hmm.
has a promise attached to it. And when you
Mm-hmm.
don't, I mean, one thing that I'm a firm believer on, like I said, you can believe in what you want to believe in, but one thing is for sure is that I know that that word is not going to return back void. So,
Yeah.
period.
But girl, I just don't have room, patience. Like I tell people, my son took all my patience. I
That's
so I
one
did
thing,
not too much of a grown person.
I stopped saying that though. And my grandmother gave me a lesson in that because I used to always say that I didn't have patience. So
Mm-hmm.
what I found even in saying that is that I continue to be in situations where I needed patience.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
You
You
are
And when my
manifested that.
grandmother broke that down to me, I
Mm-hmm.
said no more because it's hard. It was hard. And when you in the situation, it be hard. And you try to figure out, how did I get here and why am I going? Why me? But it's what you called for. It's exactly what you called for. So,
Okay, I got patience. I got all the patience
yup.
I'm good. I'm good.
in the world. I take that back. It was less than 17 seconds, right?
Less than 17 seconds. You got it.
Now they say number 5. They say you do not believe that you need to change. How many people
So
that we know
don't believe they need to change.
that don't
The
believe that
majority,
they need to
they don't see nothing wrong. They don't see anything wrong. And that's what's wrong.
We change without our permission. Everything changes. Everything.
Ooh, thank you.
Everything.
And it's just so crazy because, like you just say, even without our permission, everything does change. And it's just like, even when you don't even recognize it, things change. But me, I'm okay. Like, I love change because it shows that I'm growing, I'm elevating.
Things are constantly moving. Things are evolving. Things are
close to as perfect as possible as I can. You know, it's just crazy. But I'm gonna say this because we already know. I don't like to call them old people. I like to call them the wise ones. Our wise ones, they are the most stubborn people that they feel like they do not need to change. And I hear a lot of people was like, "Oh, girl, they set in their ways. Oh, you know,
they're stuck in their ways, but they accepted that.
Not set her
They
ways.
accepted that theory.
Don't hit me with that. As long as they have breath in their body,
they can change.
Period.
Yeah, but do they believe it, or do they believe that they're set in their ways? It's as a man thinketh. As a man thinketh.
You listen to them, they believe it because they say it.
And that's why they're stuck in their ways.
But I'm just glad that my mom removed her block or her, her ways. I'm like, no, lady, no, you ain't claiming that. No, we not. No, you not.
Shift. Yes, people have to understand that there's a shift going on.
And you know what? Also,
you got to shift.
I feel like the reason also why my mom did have a shift is because people, like we as people, don't realize how many people are really paying attention to us.
Yeah.
And even in my journey of me going to the healing retreat, me being part of this reality show, me doing all that I'm doing now, I come to find out that so many people that's in my circle, or either was once in my circle, that's trying to get back in my circle, and it's hard to get back in once I remove you because I just can't. And I hear them saying how much of an impact, or either just the things they don't know that I know that I don't know, that they looking at me as, I see your growth, your elevation, your change and stuff, the things that you're doing, it makes them want to change. And I feel like I really have to say, because my mom seeing me and so much of what I've been through, and of knowing what I've been through and seeing that I grew from it, I really feel like it made her shift. It took a part of her shift. And that really shows me that even no matter if you are 56, 57, 60 years old, you don't have to be that old version of saying, oh, I'm just stuck in my ways. I'm old now. Ain't no room for me.
Everybody can change. It's, do you want to change? No. You have to be a willing party. It's do you want to change? If you want to change, you can change. You know?
And growth stops when you're dead.
Right.
It stops when you're dead. So we the Walking Dead.
And that's exactly what it been. And that's what, and I refer to people as that. And it's sad, but it's true. Walking dead. They're walking around like zombies, having a clue. Having a clue.
I say create a better version of you.
Mm.
Always. I feel like of course we was all created perfectly imperfect. And of course, you know, he set it up and created it for us to end up not only ourselves, to love ourselves, to find what our purpose and our passion is, but to also to have this life that we live in, because the body that we live in is only a borrow.
Mm-hmm.
So don't, you know, focus on the spirit within the flesh, and I believe he set it up as for us to take the journey to tap into our spirit to find the best version of our spirit of what he intended us for us to be. Because truly he could have gave us the blueprint if he wanted to. But he didn't want us to take the easy route. He wanted us to be able to find what's the best version he planted in us, and for us to get that Oprah Winfrey aha moment. But I definitely feel like people just have to create a better version of yourself, as also create a better surrounding. Because again, you are not going to end up probably being something that you want if you eating steamed veggies, but you're still hanging out with people that eat fried chicken. It ain't gonna work.
Strive to be better every day. Period. That's it, and that's all.
Yo, don't mind me. I'm a fool. Don't mind me. I am a fool. I'm always making myself laugh. But yeah, so they say you are separately looking for your better half. Well, then it'd be best if you start with yourself. I like that.
Yeah. Start with yourself.
You got to. You got to. You have to. And then seven say likes attracts likes.
So
Talk
true.
about it.
So
Let's
true. So true.
because I'm gonna go a little different on this one. It is absolutely true. Likes attract likes. And that's why when it comes to social media or my phone, I delete a lot of I delete negative on it. Like even my aunt was telling me today, she was like, "Girl, you ain't hear about the situation that happened in New York on the train with the guy?" And I'm like,
Sad.
"No."
Crazy. And
I
left his whole book bag with all his ID and everything, the keys to the van, everything. But he should have known. He should have known where you got it was. How could you possibly see where you sat it down at? He never should have took that off his back. You know
so
what I mean? Like,
no,
what were you doing, sir?
I remove stuff like that from my phone because during the time when these law enforcement and these other people was using us as targets for gun practice, I feel like I was getting so much on my phone. It was giving me anxiety. And I was putting my anxiety, my fears, and my traumas on my son. So when he walked out the door, I'm all hovering over him like, text me when you get there, call me when you get there. And he like, Mom, you need to chill out. And so I removed that stuff. So I say that to say this is likes attract likes because I see so many people are so worried about who liking their shit. And at the end of the day, you don't want the wrong person to like your shit because you don't know what that like could bring to your phone or to the energy of your feed. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we all looking to grow our businesses, to looking to get the highest likes and the views and all that stuff. At the end of the day, I'm, again, law of attraction. I am a strong believer whoever is supposed to be on this live is on this live, and those who wasn't is not supposed to be on it. Even if it be 10 to 6 at the end of the day, and those who needed to watch it later will watch it later. But we just have to be very careful on what we so adamantly want that we end up getting the wrong like. Because I tell people I don't have followers. I have supporters. That's the difference between, because a supporter gonna support you no matter what it is.
What?
And they're not gonna
Yeah.
flake. They're not gonna be flaky because they're gonna know that you aren't imperfect.
Yeah.
They know that you do make mistakes. The followers
Right.
gonna sit like, like, oh my God, your followers ain't gonna see them, but your followers gonna sit there be flaky as hell. They gonna sit there think you supposed to be this perfect person and think that you don't fucking shit in the toilet bowl like they shit. You don't eat like they eat and all this other stuff. So, but you gotta be very careful with the fact of the likes that you attract. So, but that's what I like I said, even with spring cleaning, I cleans out my phone. I cleans out my
As
social
you
media.
should.
And I just want people to be careful with the fact, like, what you even see on your timelines, you know.
Right. That's why I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really be scrolling like that. I don't. And I don't know if people think June be trying to be funny or June don't really like my stuff. I post and get off. I don't really allow, before I used to sit back and allow for it to consume me and have all of these thoughts and feelings about the different posts and stuff that I seen. But now it's just to the point where, if anything, I'm going to go to the explore page and I'm going to look at things that are going to make me laugh and things that make me happy and things that, bring me joy. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to see, because a lot of people, the reality of it is that social media be so fake and people be putting on so many just to make others feel like they don't even, add or have the same, things going on, or they're not as important. And it be so far from true. They be doing worse than you half the time. You know what I mean? So once I understood that, I don't even have time. I don't have time. I'm busy.
Absolutely.
Booked and busy. Look.
And our
Well,
energy is currency. Our energy is currency. You got
Right.
to spend it wisely, right?
Uh-huh.
So get on Instagram or whatever. That's what it's for. If you got a business, do business
Yep.
and,
That's
and be off.
it. That's it.
but that also goes back to with investing your time in yourself, because a lot of people don't understand, to run a business, you have to put money into your business.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid to do that, especially people of color, because it's like, you want these things to happen, you want this life, you want this investment, you want fortunes, you want to leave behind and break the generational wealth and curse, but you got to realize that you have to pour money into it for you to get money out of it.
Mm.
And to think, and to also to know that it won't be a waste if you do your research. But at the same time, but you shouldn't think that you're a waste, especially if it's you creating the business and
Right.
you found your purpose and your passion and your destiny. Then why you not going to invest into something that was planted in you? Then that's
Oh,
telling me
yeah.
your purpose and your destiny and your passion, because you don't believe in it in yourself. But we
That's like the
as
man in the mirror.
out that slavery mentality, we have to sit there and start really thinking. And it's hella libraries with hella books, a lot of the Google search. Internet is worldwide. That's what www means, World Wide Web, if you ain't know. And you have to end up educating yourself. And I feel like we would get out of the slavery mentality if we end up educating ourselves to end up having a different outcome and outlook in a train of thinking. But that's just me, just trying to just want better for my people. But I'm gonna move on. But the number 8 is your mindset. We say this. Your mindset is what track things and people, of who you are. You have to, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to already think like you're
Like
a
a
millionaire.
millionaire. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes
As a
again.
man thinketh.
And I just said it, but look, I didn't even know that was number 8. But it's like I said, I'm not doing this show. God doing it.
Right.
And it's just the fact of that we just have to just take negative results and say negative results and negative energy. If you set your mind to failure, you will
It's
fail.
progress. No, it's progress. It's progress. Just because you fail, at least you tried, and you're gonna keep trying. So
But see,
it's
there's a lot of
progress.
people who take that and would just be like, oh, well, I fell and I'm done. And it's like, no, 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 no,
You have
no.
to be resilient.
Exactly. And also, That's like science. You think that we would have so much of this when it comes to science that we would have if those scientists in the lab would have said, "Oh well, since that didn't work, forget it." No, what they did
Yeah,
was
then what would
match H2O
try
with
again?
Yep.
When it
Y
doesn't work,
and
try
Z and K.
Yep.
again.
And if it
They
didn't
taught us
blend,
this as kids, you know,
what
the
they
little
did
things.
was they checked the lab and they end up saying, "Okay, we have to
Clean
remove
up, clean up, clean up,
it."
though. You have to clean up.
But
I mean, it goes back to what you said earlier about rejection. If you are, you know, not working on yourself and somebody rejecting you, is that means it's the end? Yeah, you're not gonna have a resilience.
Yeah.
You're not. Because for you, it's like my progress is determined by another person. It's not.
No, it should never be that. It should never be
It's not.
determined on another person. And that's when I have to tell you that you're fake. Because it should never be contingent upon someone else's approval. It should always be to better you or to make you feel some way about you. You know what I mean? So when it turns into that, then I just admit I could be wrong, but that's where I think you're a little fake.
exactly. And that's just like they say, as we discussed, likes attract likes. So is there's no way negative energy cannot attract positive. That goes back to math and formula and all the universe and the numbers and all that. It does. When you look at everything we say, this thing about alignment, law of attraction, the elements, everything. You know what I'm saying? You just have to really. But also, I realized this as I got older, and I think as people get older, if you really want to open your chakras in your mind up to know more, to learn more, to do more than what you probably didn't learn or know what you didn't know 10 years ago, you'll be amazed of the different mindset that you'll have. Like really, because like even the mindset I have, I do my, like I said, besides social media, which Instagram is cool with me, but it's just like YouTube, I just can't, because I could just go and shoot everybody on Instagram. But I mean, not Instagram, YouTube. I just shoot everybody on YouTube.
You could shoot everybody
On YouTube, because YouTube is a whole different lane. It's a whole different,
platform, yeah.
and I'm only a part of it because I'm on my sissy's panel when she's on. But other than that, I don't mess with YouTube. Them people is over there. Nothing wrong with them. You got like who say fake? You got a lot of fakes over there. But yeah, so that's why, like me, I'm like the person over there. Like if I'm on her show, I'm on it, and if I'm not, you won't see me on there. I upload my stuff. That's about it.
Right.
And I do my shows on YouTube, but no, I don't share no links. I don't have nobody coming up out of the audience, because if you wasn't having the person right from me, or if you did not, you're not on this flyer, you're not coming up here.
Right.
But number 9, last but definitely not motherfucking least, let go of the what?
Let go of the
Let
what?
go of the future.
The future?
Wait, just
Yeah,
as
you
you
know why? You know why? You have to let go of the future. You want to know why? Because you need to live in the now.
okay,
Don't look at the past. Don't look at the future. Look now.
Be
What do you see
present.
now?
Be present.
that's what it
Yeah.
says reading it. Because
Yeah.
I'm about to lose it.
Now, baby. I'm living in the now. And I oftentimes this year I've been asking myself, is this a dream? Like really? Because it's now. Now.
Yeah. Because they say just as you might want to let go of your past, you may need to let go of your future. This doesn't mean you give up on your dreams, but you
Right.
might need to tone down your ideas and get
Exactly.
rid of with perfection. Your mind is only conditioned to handle
It brings
daily pressure
anxiety. Yeah.
at a time, they say. It is not prepared to handle issues that may come up months or even years, but right now.
You should never worry about tomorrow. It's going to take care of itself. Like my
That
grandmother
is,
taught me that part too. You know what I mean?
yeah, my
Everything is daily. And I, at one point in my life, I lived like that. Like it wasn't a good time for me. I didn't have a place to live or whatever. And I was in this hotel, and every day I had to pay for this hotel, and I didn't know how because I didn't have a job, and I didn't. But daily, even if I got locked out, even if I didn't find it until 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I got let back into that room. Daily, God provided, and that's an instance where I had to live in my now, because if I looked at the circumstance, or if I tried to look forward, it was going to catapult me back into that situation of the nervous breakdown that I went through. So I had to live in my now, you know.
I definitely get that, and I definitely agree, and I agree with that story because that story you just said resonated with me because it was times when me and my son was homeless and we was basically living in a hotel or a motel, and it was
Mhm.
time like either the funds didn't come in time or I just didn't have it. But guarantee you,
Right.
before it was time the end of that night,
Yeah.
me and my back in that room.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but I definitely end up getting that. I definitely get that for sure. Listen, this has been an amazing show. I
Always.
appreciate you guys. Like, what is your part? What is your part in T to the PTWTT family? Like your part in T. What would you let them know about? Attracting who they are. Advice that you would give any of those who's watching now and those who will be watching later.
Have a relationship with yourself first. Have a relationship with yourself.
Mhm.
Work on that relationship, and then that's going to set the tone for every other relationship after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
True
I
indeed.
agree.
And you, Jim?
I agree. I mean, everything starts with you, and really tap into you and really understand yourself. Once you understand yourself, you can understand everything else around you so much better. So, yeah, I gotta go with that.
Absolutely. And I definitely agree with my sisters and what they say. And listen, just like we said, focus on you. Be the best. Want to be the best version of you.
Of
Um,
you, always.
always, every day. I don't care
Want
if
to
any.
show up and kill it. Kill it
Yeah,
every single time.
exactly.
Every single time. Kill it.
Every single time. And just don't care what other people think, but also the things that you want from someone else. Do your best to be that same thing for them
Yeah.
because we cannot want something from
Mm-hmm.
somebody that we're not willing to give
Yeah,
to.
to give. Right.
We can't expect people to fill our cups and not fill theirs, or vice versa.
Right.
Just be that example that you want, and that's the biggest law of attraction. Um, and like I always say, be unapologetically you and
Yep.
just care what people think or have to say. You came in here by yourself, you gonna leave out this
Mm-hmm.
by yourself. Because I guarantee you, when you check your birth certificate, if you
You
ain't
don't
gonna
have
see
no
nobody else.
everything. You ain't no twin. You ain't no triplet. You came here by yourself. You gonna leave by yourself.
But also, if you are a man or a woman, a young lady or a young man that have been through things in life, work on you. Take that time to work on you. Take that time on self-assessment, self-awareness, self-reflection, self-love, and to see what your self-worth. Do not allow your hurtness go into a situation to then hurt other people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the whole
Yeah.
metaphor of hurt people, damage other people. Let's actually cut that at the legs, and let's end up taking, our community, our world, our people need to do better. We really do. We need
Me
to
too.
do better for ourselves. We need to do better for our community. But this definitely hasn't been an amazing show. I appreciate everybody
Thank
who actually
you.
came on here to comment, who
Yes.
didn't comment, just support. Like support is real, and I definitely do appreciate it. If anybody definitely know Q knows support is real. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just you watching, I appreciate it. What else? So you ladies, tell the people where they can find you at, what you have coming up, what you got going on, so they could also be able to go over there, follow you, and to support you as well.
Sure. So you can find me on Instagram at June's Kitchen. You can also find me at June, and June is spelled Juhne. June underscore all underscore year. I will be at the Soul Sisters Retreat next week, chefing it up with the amazing life coach Trishy Marie. And then I will also be at Quaz event on the 21st of May, chefing it up again for you guys. So I'm excited. And I think I have another one in the working. So things are amazing, going great. I'm excited. And yeah.
Yes. And you, sir?
Hey, y'all. So you can find me on Instagram at Dope and Happy. That's DopeandHappy. If you are ready, for some healing, I'm here. We have some other therapists and coaches that are also here, all women of color. You can find us at dopeandhappytherapy.com. You can also find us on oh my God, therapy for black girls.
Oh, okay.
.com as well. Yeah. I'm located right downtown Newark, 89 Market Street. You right in the city, right from the hood, trying to heal each
I
other.
know that's right. Amazing.
Exactly. And of course, you guys already know where you can find me at, Talk with the Tea podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, and LinkedIn. And please go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe, because trust and believe, there's some exclusive videos and shows that's going to be uploaded on the YouTube channel, as well as shows will be on there. So it will be a mix. So I'm not gonna always do shows on here. So when you be like, where's she at on Thursday at 8:30? I'm over there. So make sure you go subscribe and like the channel. I do appreciate it, and share it as well, and to tell your people. Like I always say, tell a pastor that's going to tell a deacon, tell a deacon that's going to tell us usher board, tell an usher board that's going to tell
I
listen,
know that's right.
tell the who's going to turn around and tell the choir. So
Yeah.
but other than that, but also you guys go into the link in my bio, because if you are in the New Jersey, New York metropolitan area, I have an amazing Empower Her Tribe Nation Women Empowerment event that's going to be May 21st at 2:30 p.m. in Kingsburg, New Jersey. It is amazing. I'm over here killing it. Listen, all I know, when this is over, I'm taking a long vacation. But
Taking a long one, huh?
taking a long vacation, because I
Y'all
can.
want to come? The food gonna be finger licking good.
Yes. So absolutely, the lineup of all my amazing speakers and everyone that will be there, was the flyer will hit tomorrow. And you guys gonna see we got amazing guest speakers. We got my amazing Trishy Marie in the building doing meditation. Got June. She's up there in the building doing. Y'all was asking about the punch inside the
The
reality show,
punch.
right?
Yeah.
So she's
I
bringing
got some
the
new
Oh,
punch
what's
ones.
up with the
Look,
punch?
from the
I got some new
reality
ones. Y'all
show.
not ready. Tennessee, y'all are gonna be ripped. Do you hear me? It's going down. If y'all miss
Oh, this is
Tennessee,
punch
y'all better
punch.
catch season 3, because y'all about to miss this one.
Yes, absolutely. So the punch that y'all seen in season 1, that's also going to be in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bringing it to the Women Empowerment Empower Her Tribe Nation event that's going to be presented and hosted by Pillow Talk with the Tea podcast. So you guys going to finally be like, what was in the red cups y'all was drinking? So you will finally see what was in the red cups that we was drinking on May 21st. And then also we have one of my amazing, another June in my life. She's June Jarvis. That she's gonna be she's my Cadillac sales director. She's gonna be in the building doing facials and all
Okay.
that. We have amazing other speakers that's in the building again. We have also a poet artist Oh my gosh, she's amazing from East Orange, New Jersey. So listen, I'm just representing Jersey all day, period. But so just guys, look out for that flyer. It will be posted tomorrow. And again, the links is in my bio. The tickets are on sale right now. I'm gonna tell you, they are going fast. So I don't want y'all DMing me or hitting me up and saying, Q, I didn't
Get your
get mine.
ticket.
Q, what happened? Q, it say sold out. I'm telling
Sold
you now
out.
because I didn't. My team did this, not me.
Get your ticket. Get your
Good problems to have.
ticket.
If you don't come on this season or this year for this women empowerment, you definitely know I will have another one next year because this is going to be something that's finally in the works because I created the foundation Empower Her Tribe Nation for women. So I do truly believe empowering your sister, empowering women, pouring into those and being able to be that shoulder that your sister may need and need to lean or cry on and just to be lifted. So, but definitely go get those tickets. What else? Next week's show will definitely be amazing. That will be dropping. Can't even tell you who's going to be on there because there's so much going on right now. But definitely you guys will see the flyer and that's going to be another great show. So other than that, I appreciate you guys so much. Go follow June _, all year, and also follow June's Kitchen,
June's
period.
Kitchen. Get to the page. Yeah.
Yeah. And go follow just Dope and Happy. It's Dope and Happy, right? It's Dope and Happy
Yep.
Instagram.
All
Please
right, y'all.
go on her page. So again, you guys want any type of therapy session, any, somebody to talk to, they do have an amazing network where you could be able to therapy for Black girls. So please do that. Therapy is amazing. I do it every Sunday at 7 or 8 o'clock. So, but please do that because I definitely feel like that's definitely one of the number one motivations of growth and becoming the best version of yourself. But again, if no one told you that they love you, know that I love you. Have a great night. Peace. And I thank my guests so much. Love you guys.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good night. It was a pleasure.
No problem. Thank you again. Later.
No problem. Bye.